I guess you're wondering, what am I doing here? Well, I'll get to that later. I thought it was time for us, the family, to have that well-earned holiday, somewhere like Mexico. See, I had just recovered from a total hysterectomy. That's where they take the womb out. I was thankful. No more periods for me. I had suffered long enough from the pain of fibroids and that endometriosis for a very long time. So here I am, restored. Can someone turn off the heating? It's getting hot in here. Sorry about that. I guess by now you're realizing I am and have been going through the changes. So many things have changed. I have to wear these awful things called patches. I never did like the tablets, but these patches, they were a godsend. As the perimenopause was taking me for a ride, I told the doctor I was too young for peri to be coming and dominating my life. Even the cat felt like a second-class lodger, but that fell on deaf ears. What was I talking about? The patches. I tell you, they get everywhere, and I mean everywhere. And if you don't watch out, you can find them in the most awkwardest of places. Even my work desk. I had to tell that nosy Karen it was smoking patches just to get her off my back. Anyway, since the op, there have been times. I know you're going to sit there and think this has never happened to you. But for me, there are times when I happen to be going up the stairs, and when I get to the top of the stairs, I forget what I went up the stairs for. So I go down the stairs to remember why I went up the stairs. And then when I go back up the stairs, I go back down the stairs to remember what I actually went up the stairs for. And then while I'm up the top of the stairs, I'm trying to remember what I went down the stairs for in order to go up the stairs, to come back down the stairs, to remember why I went upstairs in the first place. And I can't remember what I went for in the first place. And the brain fog is just killing me. So now, after arriving in Mexico, the holiday wasn't all that, just a different view from my back garden. I can't believe I can't fit in my clothes. My feet look like skateboards, and my skin is itching like ants are crawling all over my body. And these plaits be like uncle, cousin, and digger lice are rolling in for a festival. This hot weather is getting worse. 40 degrees in the shade. It gave me anxiety attacks, and there's no breeze. And if that cheesy waiter grins at me one more time, I'll give him a tongue lashing he won't forget. I was just looking forward to going back home to some normality, whatever that is. Our trip to Mexico was not so great, but it was away from home. Now it was time to get to the airport. Everything has packed and we're boarding the plane. And as usual, everyone's asleep except for me. Typical. You see, before the op and even after the op, even with this patch, I just don't seem to be able to sleep well. And counting sheep, that definitely doesn't work. The flight has landed. We're all walking into the airport, and the queue is drawing nearer and nearer to the immigration desk. I was feeling a bit cold, so I grabbed my jumper from my flight handheld suitcase. I decided to go looking for my passport. You know what it's like. You just don't want to hold up the queue. I checked my handbag, my pouch. I thought, that's strange. Where's my passport? I then got everyone to check their own bags. I even called over the cabin crew and said I had left my passport on the plane, near to a frenzy, until I felt that creeping heat. And I just started to get myself into a panic, just rising from my feet. This is where I remembered to stand still. It was at this time I managed to tell the rest of the family, go on ahead and go and collect the suitcases. Well, having still gone through the flush, I had enough. I couldn't find the passport. I slammed the handheld suitcase on the floor and started searching the case like someone digging for diamonds, speaking to myself and tottering and sucking my teeth. Where has this passport gone? Maybe it's been stolen. A thought came to my mind, the waiter. But obviously he was nowhere near the flight. In the end, I managed to present myself to the immigration desk just to say my passport was stolen. It was then I rested my arm on my back pocket and felt something. Yes, you guessed it, so embarrassing. My passport. So I presented my passport to the immigration officer. He smiled and started to question me about where I had been. I said Mexico with my family. But of course, I was alone with no family because I told them to go and get the cases. The officer decided to direct a barrage of questions at me, and I was batting back the response like a professional tennis player. But this was when the problem started. My tropical flushes decided it was time to make an appearance. Every time the officer questioned me, the tropical flushes came, and it was big time. I didn't stand a chance. Whilst being questioned, it looked like I had something to hide. With all that sweating, even the simplest of questions, I couldn't even remember. And it just so happens I couldn't even remember the flight number and how long we've been away, even the places that we visited. I couldn't even remember the name of the hotel, much less the name of that cheesy waiter who even came to our table for tips. The tropical flushes had taken over, and my entry back home was a disaster as I became a suspect. But in the end, I managed to get home with my family. Can someone please get me a fan?